What's going on, guys? Alex here with TFL Bike. We just got this into the office, the Zero DSR Black Forest Edition, a really cool electric adventure bike, and we're going to be doing some cool videos with it. But first, I just wanted to kind of give you a walk around of the bike and show you just some of the details, some of the features of it before we actually get it out on the road. And actually, we're going out later today to shoot a really cool video that's going to be over on the TFL Truck channel, where we're going to ride this as far as we can north from Boulder, see exactly how long it takes to die down to 0% battery, and then load it up into Andre's Power Boost F-150 and see how much we can recharge it on the way back. So that's pretty cool, but that's coming to TFL Truck very soon. But yeah, let's get right into the walk around of the DSR Black Forest, the most off-road worthy adventure bike in Zero's lineup. So yeah, as you can tell, classic adventure bike styling. This is the Black Forest Edition, so what that gets you is these Trax hard cases on the back and the side cases and the top case. You also get these crash bars here on the side, which, as you can see, have definitely been put to good use before this bike made it out here to Colorado and was dropped off to us. And also this super tall windscreen here, that's part of the Black Forest Edition as well. And you've even got a little bit of adjustability out of it. You can kind of pop this forward and slide it up a little just to get a little more wind protection there. So here's the battery pack right here. It's a 14.4 kilowatt hour battery pack, and this bike makes 116 foot-pounds of torque. I rode it briefly yesterday, and it's definitely pretty snappy. It definitely has some punch to it. Direct drive motor, it's belt driven. You can see the motor kind of peeking through the side right there. And as far as range goes, you're looking at about 157 max range in the city. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot less than that on the highway at, 70, 80 miles an hour. So like I said, we'll just have to wait and see on that. This also has a pretty cool option called the charge tank. It's a $2,500 option, and that gives you the ability to fast charge using, a big connector that you'd plug into your car. If you come around to the other side of the bike, here's the slow charger right there. And it looks basically like, the back of your computer might look, where you plug in a power cable right there. That's gonna take a really, really long time to charge up using that cable right there. With the slow charger, you're looking at about 9.8 hours to go from 0 to 100. But with this charge tank option right here, you're actually gonna get that down to 2.5 hours. So significantly less time it takes to charge up with the charge tank right here. We have the charge tank on this bike, but you can also get a power tank, which gives you a little bit of extended range. So it's basically a second battery, but you can't have both. So I don't know, I definitely prefer having the charge tank, because 9.8 hours to charge this up is ridiculously slow. So we have Showa forks up front, and they are adjustable. I haven't really played around with the adjustments on them yet, but you can fine tune your suspension if that's what you're into. Also, taking a look at this rear shock here, same thing, adjustable rear shock, and you do have a piggyback reservoir right there. And I really like the color of the spring. It's pretty cool. You get that blue accent coming through. It matches the adjustment screws on the top of the forks pretty well. So that's a pretty good look. And I really like, the look of the bike in general. It's got this really cool camo graphic on the side of it that's unique to the Black Forest Edition. And yeah, it's a cool looking bike. All right, as far as brakes go, you have a single disc up front. This bike does have Bosch ABS systems, so pretty cool that you've got ABS. Tires, these are not the tires that would come stock on this bike. Stock would be a Pirelli MT60. These have been swapped out with TKC 80s, which is a much more aggressive knobby tire, what you'd want here in Colorado if you're taking it out on the trails. Now, these side cases use a different key than the ignition key for the bike, but all three cases are keyed the same. Got a decent amount of storage in there, and these are nice metal hard cases, so you can keep your stuff in there nice and protected. And if you want to pull these off, I imagine it's pretty easy. I actually haven't done this yet, but let's try it. There's a secondary latch down here. Flip that open, and let's see, does it go up? What are we thinking? Kind of diagonal, but very easy to take them off. And then same thing, got to get all four of these lined up. There we go. Pretty nice. You can get all three of those off in, under a minute probably. All right, it's a little hard to get my leg over this bike with these side cases, but once I'm on, it's a very manageable bike. 489 pounds, which is, you know, pretty good as far as adventure bikes go, and a 33.2-inch seat height. A lot of times I can feel intimidated on a big adventure bike, you know, something like an Africa Twin, and I know this isn't as big as an Africa Twin, but for an adventure bike, something you want to take off-road, I feel really confident putting my leg over this. It's very low to the ground, and I like the riding position. Definitely, myself being 5'10", definitely have a lot of confidence on this bike. Also, I really like these tank grips here. This is something I usually put on all of my bikes that I own, but pretty cool to see that it comes right from the factory on the DSR Black Forest. Traditional blade style key, I'll flick that to the on position and the LCD dash comes to life. I wish it was a little cooler looking dash. This is a pretty high-tech electric bike, and yeah, it would have just been nice for the dash to match the amount of tech there. Traditional kill switch over on the right hand side, flick that to the run position. This green light indicates that the bike is on and ready to go, so if I twist the throttle, it's gonna take off on me. If we look at some of the parameters up here on the dash, you can see you have a charge indicator there. We're at 100% right now. Time, you have your speed, different modes right there, so there's sport, eco, and custom. You also have a real-time power and torque output and regen, and then a trip computer down below, as well as an odometer. So all the info you need, just wish it looked a little nicer. All right, so here's a look at the app right here. First off, you have a dashboard, which just gives you some basic info like state of charge, average watt hours per mile. Pretty cool. You also can see your CO2 reduction versus gas-powered vehicle. You've got some more info on your battery here, so you can get really technical going through this stuff. Pretty cool if you're into, you know, the super technical stuff with the batteries. And then you get to the cool stuff, which is the ride screen setup and the custom ride setup. So you can change what parameters are displayed on the dashboard right from your phone. Way easier to do it here than, you know, trying to cycle through some weird menu on the bike. So that's pretty cool. But here's the really cool part, is the custom ride setup. Like I said, this bike has eco, sport, and custom ride modes, and this is where you're gonna adjust that custom ride mode. So there's a top speed. We're gonna go all the way up to 110. Why not? Who wants to be limited speed-wise? You can adjust the torque, regen, brakes, and really just fine-tune the feeling you get when you ride this motorcycle. You have some more little breakdowns here of how you are saving the planet with your electric motorcycle. But yeah, pretty cool. You can really fine-tune this bike. You can tame it down if you're a new rider and grow into the power of the bike. So yeah, really, really cool. All right, so there you have it, guys. There's your first look at what we just got delivered at the office, the Zero DSR Black Forest Edition, a pretty cool looking electric adventure bike. And yeah, we're really excited to get this out and start riding it. So like I said, head over to TFL Truck if you want to see the full video where we see exactly how far we can get on one charge and then how much we can recharge it in the back of a pickup truck coming back the same distance. We'll also probably have some ride reviews and some more general off-roading stuff over on the TFL Bike channel. So stay tuned for all that. If you're interested in one of these, $19,000 is what gets you the DSR Black Forest Edition. If you want to add the charge tank option, which this does have, it's an extra $2,500, so you're looking at about $21,500 as equipped right here. There you go. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to head on over to TFLbike.com so you don't miss any stories in the bike world, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Hey Alex,
What the hell is that?
that's my adventure bike. Can I join you guys?
I don't think you're gonna keep up.
Is it on?